Hello, everybody. Hello. I am so glad to see so many folks here jumping into today's daily antidote of song. Welcome to everybody out there on the live stream. To anybody who's new to us today, we are the daily antidote of song. We are sponsored by Carpe Diem Arts. We are one sing-along song, sometimes two when you get lucky. And we are Eastern time, noon every day. We're somewhere over 1,400 and some days. And we sometimes get some people cue carding me, I hope, on the actual day number. But that is 1,400 consecutive days of singing. And we started this during the pandemic. And we're continuing to go as there are lots of reasons to continue to sing together in community. Let's all take a deep breath. And we're going to begin by greeting everybody in the room. So hello again to all the folks on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live. Glad you guys joined us today. Hello to our artist, Hannah Lovell, coming in from the UK, and we'll get back to Hannah in just a sec. Hi to Mabel and a bear coming in from Cambridge, Mass. Deborah in Kentucky, Aloysius in Massachusetts, Deli in Maryland, Arlene in Berkeley, California, Becky in Vancouver. Hello to Nisha coming in from I'm not sure where, and we're glad you're here today. Might be Nisha, who is our song leader this week, I'm not sure. And today, yes, okay, hi Nisha, nice to meet you. Susan coming in from Ohio, cueing me, thank you. Today is day 1,444. That's a pretty cool number, actually. Dan coming in from Vienna, Virginia, Sheila in North Florida, Kate in Charlottesville, Virginia, Cricket in Maryland, Hoda in British Columbia, Sylvia coming in from Mass. Thanks for being here today. Laris coming in from the UK. We're glad you're here. Sue in Seattle, Annette in California, Lola in British Columbia, Fred in Silver Spring, Maryland, Storm in Massachusetts, Benet in Berkeley, California, Luda in Victoria, Anne in Silver Spring, Maryland. Let's see who is on page 2. Anne in Nashville, Clive and Ruth coming in from Birmingham, UK. We are also saying hello to Anne in Knoxville, Tennessee, Gary in Mass, Loriana and Kachina and Courtney in Vermont, Athena in Brooklyn, Caroline in DC, Kat in Vermont, Elizabeth in California, Kim coming in from Vancouver, Bronwyn in Victoria, BC, Sandy in North Carolina, Lynn in Connecticut. And if I missed anybody, we'll get you on the goodbye end of things. Super excited to have all of you with us today. It is Women's History Month here in the U.S., and we've been singing women's songs and talking women's issues all month long. And I'm delighted to have someone new in the room today, a song leader, singer, songwriter, who is a friend of Katie Carr's. Let's all give it up to Katie Carr, who's been in this room and sung with us a bunch of times and brought us incredible songs and incredible history. So Hannah, I'm going to toss the floor over to you for your first song. And when you're done, we'll chat a bit. Welcome.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm very pleased Katie Carr introduced me to this and a big admirer of her work. I did the Commander's Car video and documentary with her, and really unique, brilliant, inspiring artist, and probably one of the people who made me think, oh, maybe I want to sing. So anyway, I'm going to sing a song for you now. It was a very strangely conceived song because I actually just dreamt it. And I sort of woke up one morning with this whole story, and I think I'd been watching House of Cards the night before, so that was obviously gone into my subconscious. And it's called The Rally, and I literally just tell you exactly what happened in the dream, and then we can do some dream analysis afterwards. It's a light satire sort of thing, and it made me wake up feeling joyous and sort of rebellious and laughing to myself. So with the chorus, it's really easy to sing along. So when we get to that bit, I'll announce that it's coming, and I'll do it once, and then we'll do it once more for the first chorus, just so you've got it, and then it comes 2 times again. But I thought you'll pick it up so easily, I don't need to prepare you. I'm just gonna have a drink of water. It's meant to have saxophone at the beginning, so I'll do a little bit of that, vocally. Last night, last night, last night, last night. dreamt I played ping pong with President Clinton. Last night I dreamt I played ping pong with President Clinton. He seemed to be a good family man, telling jokes, he put you at ease. Set up the table, put up the net so graciously. He didn't stand on ceremony. Now here it comes, the chorus bit. Ping pong with the president, ping pong with the president, ping pong with the president, ping pong with President Clinton. So we could do that all together now. Ping pong with the president, ping pong with the president, ping pong with the president, ping pong with President Clinton. He kept serving, I kept returning, but my shots flew all over the room. He told me you're closer to power than you think you are, but it's the spin you put on it that'll make you go far. Ping pong with the president, ping pong with the president, ping pong with the president, ping pong with President Clinton. I did not play table tennis with that woman. I did not play table tennis with that woman. My sister tells me I could play more games with other heads of state, but I know I could learn to rally. Oh, I could really bat wildly as long as I play with Mr. President. Ping pong with the president, ping pong with the president, ping pong with the president, ping pong with President Clinton. That's the end.
Thank you so much, Hannah. That was really, truly very fun.
Okay.
So I'm excited to talk about that song, and I actually want to just like go right ahead and confess to everybody, like when I read the lyrics to the song, I first got nervous. That's like a really fun song, and of course there's embedded issues in that, and we're at a time right now where like I feel very anxious about saying anything that isn't just clarifying, right? Like in our country where in an election where it's like a potentially maybe not ideal figure against really something clearly not okay. And so like anything that isn't like joyfully supportive of any Democrat that ever lived in the entire universe makes me nervous. So when I first read the lyrics, I got nervous and I was like, oh, how do we talk about something that isn't perfect? Because I think in some ways we want our political figures to be more perfect sometimes than they are, or all the time than they are. So Hannah and I had a great talk before, and she was bringing this whole element of playfulness and even like, well, Hannah, you go ahead, you talk about what we talked about and about the song, and then I'll chime back in.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny with art, right? Because it comes from a subconscious place often, and it's abstract and can be interpreted different ways. And this really was from the subconscious, but I remember having written it and I knew I liked it and wanted to keep it, but I was quite anxious for it to not be misunderstood as well. So I looked quite a lot into like Monica Lewinsky a bit and what Hillary has said and like what President Clinton did, and obviously with the Me Too movement as well, we're really aware of like that not being a very good power situation. with Clinton and Monica. And yeah, of course, as Joe's saying, you want his behaviour to have been better, really. But then because I feel it's quite an affectionate song, and I don't necessarily feel worse towards Clinton after it, and I don't think people do, because it's quite nostalgic and funny and silly and reminds you of the 90s a lot, really. And it's fun to punch up, right, to people in power. That's part of satire. That's the way it works, comedy. That's how it should work anyway, going up. So I read a bit about him because I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to publicise somebody I didn't feel comfortable with. And he kind of, the one thing I thought, he did quite a lot of good things in the right direction. And one of them that's really stuck with me is this campaign for the military where homosexual people were really not accepted at all. And what he managed to get past all the other people in power in your system to try and get a law passed was like, don't say, like, don't talk, don't ask, don't tell, which was like not ideal, because it would have been nice to have been completely inclusive, but at least it was a step in the right direction. And I thought, he's having to move a lot of people who are really violently afraid and against all that, and he's got to just move everyone along as far as you can get, as if you're herding a huge group of children and you're just trying to get them all to take one step, because that's the most that the slowest can do. And I guess, it's really embarrassing in the UK at the moment as well, by the way. I mean, you're not alone. I mean, the idea of Trump is just feels like a total nightmare, not a fun dream, but an actual real nightmare. And it's not that much better here. And it is disappointing that, as Joe was saying, you can't get behind something that feels like completely right. But it's just human nature, right? And it's like, all you can do is at least have something that's an improvement. I mean, it'd be great to have more than that, and that's what activism is about. But if it can be a relief or a step in the right direction or some movement, then I just this is what I feel about politics anyway, is that eventually maybe we can all get there. It's so disappointing that it can't go faster, but that's my view on it, really.
That's beautiful, Hannah. Thank you. Yeah, we've talked about that in the room a lot, like the sort of 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. But lots of our song leaders have pointed out it's not really 2 steps forwards and 3 steps back, right? Like, no matter what, the sort of overall impression is immediately right now about reading the news, there are a lot of things we can look at and see that they have in fact moved forward closer to equality or closer to better. Which is a tough and weird thing to say right now when you open up the news and you just feel like nothing is better right now. But it's those little small wins that may be making change, sort of like underlying and creating, younger populations that will continue to push everything forward. And so I loved your song and the humor in it. And I actually was sort of grateful for the conversations that it made me have with myself and with my staff, and now with you, where we can really talk about, if you want to look at it from the perspective of women's issues, so Clinton behaved in some ways that unfortunately seem to be the property of men in the world, right? And maybe the women around him behaved in some ways that unfortunately seem to be the property of women. And that's not a blame thing. That's just a cultural fact on how many of us have been taught in the world. But when you posit it right now, next to some of the things that are being said or done with women's rights or women's bodies or really any issue, I think, with Trump and other sort of more conservative Republicans right now, the idea of rights, if you look on that end of things right now, it seems very petrifying, just to put it bluntly. And so it is actually nice to be able to take a breath and sort of think of that scale, those small steps and what the differences are between where we are and where we could be, I guess. So thank you for bringing us, Hannah, a very funny song about ping pong with the president that I have now completely dismantled and taken all of the humor out.
That's all right.
Yeah, no, it was really, really fun to chat with you about it and to think about all the ways, and it was good to know that you also had thought about the ways that it could be either misinterpreted or, so I really appreciated that. Is there anything else you want to say? You did say, things in the UK are also not ideal right now. Anything else you want to say about either? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess just in a dream analysis way, if you dream about the president, you could say America's you know, a lot of people would say it's the world leader, right? So the person that has the highest office there, it's sort of like it's the highest office in the world, you know. So if you're dreaming about that, because all characters in dreams are meant to be part of yourself, you're dreaming about your the like the realization of your own potential, the highest office in yourself. So it does work on that level too, that it's about engaging with your own creative power. And the things about learning to rally, this was learning to be creative and to be bold or take risks or realize yourself and your own personality. So that, because for me it makes me feel confident to sing, so it's about that. So it's meant to be about your personal joy and empowerment as well. Well, there's Katie, she's come back from her tap dancing class.
Yeah,
she's joined.
So that's great. I'm going to see if Katie wants to unmute and say hello, although she might not to because she might be out of breath from tap dancing. But I was going to say the whole notion of like, you know, your own personal power, or, you know, you as a woman during this here in the US Women's History Month, the notion of singing and thinking about women and power and women and their own sense of power in themselves, I think is just such an important piece. So I'm also glad that you brought that notion in that song to us today. And thank you for that. And Katie, I'm not sure if you want to say hi to Hannah out loud or if you just want to wave. Just do whatever you feel like doing.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you. Sorry, I've just finished a tap dancing class, and I'm saying hello to America right now from a tap dancing class. Say hello, everyone. Hi. Hi, Carpe Diem. Hello, Hannah.
Hello.
Katie, it's so nice to see you, and thank you so much for introducing us to Hannah. She's amazing, and we're really enjoying. Well, we've sung one song with her, and we're going to sing another one next. So, Katie, are you the tap dancing teacher or a tap dancing student? Oh, wait, you muted. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm a tap dancing student, so I'm here doing tap dancing. We've just had a tap dancing class here, so. So that I'm a tap dancing student, and yes, I'm learning how to tap dance, which is an American tap dance. So yes, we're in this beautiful studio here now. It just literally finished, and Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you, Katie. That was a real treat. Thank you again for introducing us to Hannah. And can we all throw our hands up also for lifelong learners? I love the whole like student at whatever age. And I also talk about women in power. I think that kind of like woman standing on the floor and stomping out some sound is a really good way to look at things we can do with our bodies to express the power that we have intrinsically within ourselves. All right. So Hannah, I think you have a second song for us. Actually, before we do that, is there anything you want to share with us about stuff you have going on in the world or projects you've done? You did mention that you worked on Katie's videos. You want to talk about other stuff?
Oh yeah. Oh, this was some years ago, but you should definitely check them out. And particularly the Kajik film that I think Katie probably told you about his escape from Auschwitz. Really a moving and amazing story. For me, I usually just gig in London, but I'm recording songs at the moment and hoping to release them later this year. So you can like follow me on Instagram, like Lovell Songs. So instead of Love Songs, it's Lovell Songs, Lovell on Instagram and Facebook, and my website, and hopefully some things out later this year to listen to. And yeah, that's it really.
That's beautiful. That's really, really fun. So your links and everything are all in the chat so people can find you and follow you. And we hope we'll get to sing with you again, especially whenever you get close to releasing your album. And in the meantime, do you want to share something else with us?
Shall I just do the next song? And
Sure. Yeah. If you can just teach us that little bit of chorus. And
yeah. So this is an ode to the neutrino, which is one of those tiniest particles in the universe, and they sort of they're quite chill, really. They just kind of whiz through everything, like trillions of them through us every second. But when I heard about them, they just sounded really cute to me. And I love science and astronomy and all that. And you said sing a song about something you love, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll do this one. But they sound like little Italian things. You know, neutrino means little, neutral one. You know, the little cute things. So I was kind of thinking of little Disney animations. So in this song, you could sing along with the word neutrino, but really any time you like, you could just make little neutrino noises, like or anything like that. The flute that I've seen would probably be great for that, and also that animal, looks like it would like to do neutrino noises. But basically the chorusy bit goes neutrino, neutrino. But you can do all sorts of harmonies if you like. Neutrino, neutrino. So any notes really that you want to sing along with at home, you can change them as you go. Do you want it one more time to learn?
So I think, sure, why don't you do it one more time? I saw a couple nods, but I do also want to point out to everybody that it looks like Katie's going to tap dance along to Hannah's.
Oh my God, great.
Yeah, okay. We're super ready.
She can embody the neutrino for us. Okay.
Beautiful.
Neutrino, neutrino. Neutrino, neutrino. So it's about taking big long breaths and doing long notes, this one. Okay. Hang on, glass of water. Shall I begin?
Yeah, sounds great.
Cool, thank you. Billions of years ago, a star explodes, and out of its heart you come, little neutral one, smallest of the small. You glide right through it all, the empty space of an atom up through the earth's core. From the unimaginably bright, you travel almost at the speed of light. Neutrino, neutrino. Neutrino, presto, prestissimo. Neutrino. Now time for the little neutrino noises. You started in a supernova, and a second by second you're getting closer. No minus, no plus, the only thing you'll touch is a nucleus. And when you do, when you come up through the tunnels of ice we made to find you, there's a flash of light as you hit the nucleus. We can see you, but can you see us? Neutrino, neutrino. Neutrino, misterioso, bellissimo. Neutrino. From a Thank
Oh,
you.
Hannah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can we all please give it up for Hannah? That was so sweet and so much fun and very nice to think about the neutrinos. And also, I loved the comparison to the little Italian. I don't know. It sounds like a little Italian something, which I really love. And I also love the way that if you want to really overread it, what we're really singing about right there is actually women, all those millions of women sort of passing through everything in the world and making, effects on everything. So yeah, there you go. All right.
It's definitely about that. Yeah. Italian
So,
women particularly.
yeah, do you want to say anything else about it before we start saying goodbyes? It was really beautiful.
Oh, good. Yeah, I just well, yeah, I think a form of believing in goodness and connection and spirituality can coexist with appreciation of and the natural world and learning more about it. I guess that's what I like. I call it science and magic. It's not quite magic, but it's just a catchy way. So I'm a believer in both.
That's
So
very
that's it,
beautiful.
really. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. So I'm going to recommend that everybody goes to Hannah's website and checks out her music because in her videos, she has generally more people playing with her. So we're getting like a solo Hannah here, but I would say your non-solo sound it's not like exactly different, but it's different. Like you still come out in the same in both, but it's maybe, I don't know, broader and more, I don't know, tending towards maybe like harder sounds, which like harder in a good way, like
Yeah.
noisier. Yeah. So please do check out Hannah and hear how what you heard in here today compares with what she sounds like when she's actually playing on tour. And we are looking forward to hopefully having you back in here again, Hannah. Katie Carr, thank you
Lovely.
so much for
Thank you,
introducing.
everyone.
Thank you so much, Hannah. Let's give it up for Hannah one more time. And a big shout out to Katie Carr for introducing us to Hannah. Hannah, thank you so much. And we wish you lots of luck on your little album journey right now. And thanks
you.
for bringing us thoughtfulness and a lot of fun today in both songs.
No problem. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
Thanks, Hannah. Ciao to you. And can you tell us where you're coming in from in the UK?
London.
London.
East London.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. And that is also where Katie is, right? Katie, you're in London?
Yeah.
Great. So super glad to have you with us today. Everybody, please help me wave Hannah out of the room. Thanks again, Hannah. And Katie, who needs to get back to her tap dancing. And everybody on the live stream, thank you so much for being with us today. Glad to see you. Nisha, who's coming up singing in our room very soon. We can't wait to have you singing with us. I'm not even sure. I think it's this week, but I don't remember which day. And so let's wave goodbye to everybody, folks. Help me wave out the live stream, YouTube and Facebook. Thanks for being with us. Thanks again, Hannah Lovell, coming in from the UK. Thanks again, Katie, the tap dancing fanatic, also coming in from the UK. Mabel and the Bears in Mass, Deborah in Kentucky, Arlene in California, Ann in Nashville, Nisha. Thank you so much for being with us today. And if you want to hang tight after we close, I'd love to say hi to you. Susan, thanks for reminding me that it's day 1444 coming in from Ohio. Dan in Vienna, Virginia. Sheila in Florida. Kate in Charlottesville, Virginia. Cricket in Maryland. Sue in Seattle. Annette in California. Athena in Brooklyn, also reminding me day 1444. That is a nice ring to it. Fred in Silver Spring, Maryland. Jim Harkless in Maryland. Clive and Ruth in Birmingham, UK. Anne in Knoxville, Tennessee. Hoda in British Columbia. Benet in California. Kevin in DC. Diane coming in from Coamo, Puerto Rico. Kim coming in from Vancouver. Bob and Bear in Massachusetts. Storm and Floppy Eared Thing in Massachusetts. Anne in Silver Spring, Maryland. That's Kat in Vermont, Gary in Mass, Aloysius in Mass, Loriana, Kachina, and Courtney in Vermont, Caroline in DC, Elizabeth in California, Lynn in Connecticut, Linda in Concord, Mass, Nancy in Washington State, Jamie in Victoria, and a big thanks to Anna, our Daily Antidote program manager, for being here behind the scenes, and to Aaron for running tech today. Thanks, everybody. See you all tomorrow.